A picture with the police officers too, Chris.
Yeah. Get my torch out of my pocket.
Please. And I want to say good morning. My name's George Marcello. And Kristopher Knowles kicks off the eastern leg of his campaign. And Kristopher Knowles is always hiding in the corner. He's right here carrying the torch.
Stand up, Chris.
This it's a serious liver disease, and he's on the waiting list for liver transplant. He's been waiting for over 13 years. He's had to undergo 20 operations to stay alive. He's a miracle.
Well, I'm trying to do it now.
And during that whole time, an organ never came in. He got sick and tired of waiting. And he says, I got to bring this message to Canadians from coast to coast. I got to let them know the importance of becoming an organ donor. So far, he's finished half his campaign. From Sarnia to Vancouver, the western leg, he's completed it. And today, we're happy to announce he's going to begin the Easter campaign in your beautiful city of St. John's. Please give Kristopher a warm welcome for being here today. We got here on a beautiful ferry, and Marine Atlantic helped us out. They donated so many things. They took care of us while we were on the ship. They gave us a nice tour. Wonderful people. We want to thank Marine Atlantic for helping us out from getting from Nova Scotia to Newfoundland. And I want to make introductions to the first speaker. Your mayor, Mayor Andy Wells. He always jumps to the occasion when there's a good event going on, and I'm going to get him up here to say a few words to everybody. Mayor Wells, please come up here.
Well, thank you all very much, and I am pleased to be here this morning to support this very important effort by this obviously very fine young man, and I know we all certainly wish him well. We all read from time to time in the newspapers or on the electronic media about Canadians who are waiting for organ transplants and how dire and desperate the situation can be. But it's always, I think, affects you more to meet somebody face to face who's gone through what Kristopher has gone through. And I know that I speak for each and every one of you here this morning. We wish him all the very best in his walk to highlight the importance of organ donation. And I'm one of those people that signed the card, although what I got probably not worth an awful lot, but nonetheless, I think it's important for us to all to make that signature. And if something unfortunately happens to any of us, our organs can be put to productive use, saving the lives, extending the lives of other people. And I certainly want to, Kristopher, wish you all the well. Obviously, you're a very determined a guy, and I think everybody across the country obviously supports you and encourages you and wishes you all the best, and hopefully you will get the transplant that you so badly need, and of course go on to live a long and productive life. So with those few remarks, I conclude, and I want to thank all of you people for showing up today. Where are you all from, by the way? What school? You got the morning off, did you? Well, you can have the afternoon off too. The teacher here, is he? Not too happy. But Kristopher, on behalf of all of us in the province of Newfoundland and Labrador, the best of luck, and we hope everything turns out. And we know as you complete the eastern leg, I guess you're going to go from St. John's to Sarnia. I assume that's your route. We know you'll get a lot of publicity. But more importantly, we hope you get the medical care that you so desperately need, and you certainly deserve. case on behalf of a lot of people in this country who are in the same circumstances. So welcome to St. John's, and good luck with your effort to bring attention to the needs of Canadians who are waiting for organ transplant. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mayor. I also want to thank the Best Western Hotel. They're helping us out with 3 days of accommodations while we're here in your beautiful city. So we're going to be leaving Sunday afternoon, and we're hoping to get around to some of your beautiful landmarks here and possibly see continue distributing donations. Now, a gentleman that I met during my tour across Canada, I did a walk across Canada, and when I arrived in St. John's, I pretty well thought I was at the end of my road, and because I had nothing, I had no money, I had very low spirit and everything. There was a gentleman from your community that met me, heard about it, and lifted up my spirits. Not only that, he fed me, brought me to his house. You know, he's just a remarkable man, and he told me, you know what he told me? He said, I'm not the only guy like this in Newfoundland. Everybody's like this in Newfoundland. And you know what? I found that out. Like, out of all the provinces we went to, Newfoundland does stand out by far the best hospitality you're going to get in Canada. I mean, the rest of the provinces can say a lot about other things. When you arrive in Newfoundland, you get treated well. And I'm going to have Mr. Doug Cole come up here to say a few words.
George always manages to make me cry. In my house there are 2 pictures. One is like a poster on the fridge. And one is it's of George, of course. And one is a picture of George with the Pope. And I run a little business there, and a lot of people are coming in and out all the time. It's my way of promoting awareness or inspiration or whatever. Everybody has to ask me, who's the guy with the Pope? So as soon as they do that, I go on with my spiel of organ and tissue donation. The reason I met George, by the way, was my daughter, before George came to visit Newfoundland, donated a kidney to her friend. And they were friends from the time they were very young. They were not related, they were just friends. And everything worked out well for them both. My daughter is now 33 years old. The recipient is the same age. They have families. They're healthy, happy. And Kristopher, I know from first-hand experience how very, very important organ donation is. I certainly wish you well. I hope that soon you will certainly get your wish. God bless.
Thank you, Doug. We were very fortunate to get in contact with Stephen Pike. And Stephen is the, he's one of the big shots over at Jungle Gyms. And, you know, while we're on the road, we got so many worries because we're not traveling with a budget, and we have to look after vital things such as accommodations and food. Food's a very important part in our journey. And boy, when I phoned Stephen, he just jumped at the occasion. You know, he says, "What can we do? Tell me where you're going, and let's set her up." You know, and just as I mentioned earlier, and I'm going to reiterate, Newfoundland is the best province, and I'm going to give you another reason why. Please come up here, Stephen Pike.
Thank you, George. Thank you, Kristopher. Welcome to Transplant. Like the mayor, I've also signed my card, and so hopefully there'll be a few cards left to be that'll be fit to use by that time. But no, George is right. When he did call us, we just said, you know, what can we do for you? One of our focuses at Jungle Gyms